Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, the 26th of May, 2017. My name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, which I had 10 weeks and 2 days ago. All is spot on, a-okay. Today, I've just finished my porridge actually, so you'll have to excuse me picking my teeth. I've had my porridge, I've had my vitamins, and I'm chugging away on my water. It's funny actually because I don't drink water. It's got some squash in there. About the whole, when you have a weight loss surgery, you're not meant to drink before for half an hour or during eating or after. Well, when my morning routine, actually, that goes out the window because I have my porridge like just now, and then straight after porridge I want to take my vitamins, and obviously you have to do that with drink. So I don't drink an awful lot, but I know that my porridge has already gone through my pouch, and so it probably takes me just a bit longer to have my breakfast, but I do drink with it. I tend not to do it with my lunch or my dinner. I've been really good with that, but I just feel I need to do this. I haven't got time to sit and wait for maybe half an hour for my breakfast to completely go down, then I can have a drink and do it, or I haven't got time to do that. So, and so far it's not affected me in any way. You just know you need to take water with all these tablets, and at the moment I think I've told you I'm taking a biotin, a forcible, I'm now on an iron tablet, and I take my chewable calcium, but that gets taken twice a day if I remember in the afternoon. It's easy to remember in the morning because it's part of my routine, but to take it's basically, oh, I must take that rather than a set time like I've got with breakfast. So maybe I need to kick myself up the bum with that. But today I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about dumping or our tool or listening to your body. And just to recap, last night for dinner, I made a curry, just a very simple chicken curry, which is one of my husband and my favourite meal. Chicken curry, we have a bit of rice. I actually do brown basmati rice, which is the microwavable one, takes 2 minutes. And where we used to have a pouch each, we now have 1 pouch, and I obviously have just a spoonful of rice and Howard has the rest. But so I made that for tea last night with naan bread. I always buy naan bread, and we have poppadoms and the the lime pickle dip. Well, the curry went down okay, but I really couldn't eat an awful lot. I managed to eat poppadoms really well. I think because they're a bit like a crisp or a chip, that they tend to go down really, I don't know, I suppose because they're very thin and they're very small. Whilst having my dinner, I was pinching on I was having little tiny bits of naan bread. Naan bread, I would say in the past, especially when I lived in India, would have been my biggest downfall. You know, it's totally carbohydrate, empty calories, and me and my friend in India would have eaten at least 2 during a meal. And anyway, so I know that that's one of my treats in life, is to have a little bit of naan bread while I'm having a curry. And whilst I was eating, it was absolutely fine. No problem at all. Like I said, dinner went down fine. I chewed. I didn't drink until afterwards, and even the naan bread, the poppadoms, everything, it was great. I felt satisfied. I pushed my plate away. I probably didn't eat as much as I'd hoped I was going to eat, and so it was a very tiny amount, which is always a bit disappointing when you've stood and cooked something. You're a bit like, oh God, I thought I'd eat more than that. Anyway, that was that. So I cleared up from dinner and then went to the lounge to chill out, and I took the leftover poppadoms and naan breads with me. Now this is where we're all going to be completely different, and one person might tell you that, oh, I dumped on I watched somebody's video yesterday actually, and they dumped completely violently on a curry and rice that they had in the microwave, which I didn't. But having a little bit of naan bread maybe an hour after having dinner, I knew it didn't sit right. Now, it's really hard to explain to anybody that hasn't been there and hasn't experienced it, but you get this odd feeling in your pouch, I guess, because that's where it is. And then you can push it. You can say, well, I can ignore that feeling and carry on eating that bread, or you can listen to your body. And luckily for me, I think it resonates what my surgeon said to me. And, you know, one of the last words he said to me the last time I saw him is, Jan, just listen to your body. Listen to it. It will tell you what to eat, when to eat it, and when to stop. And he is 100% right. So this one piece of bread, I ate it and I felt a bit odd, and I thought, oh, okay. I was even having a glass of wine at that point, and I just thought, no, push the wine away. Why did I eat that bread? And it was my body telling me, you know, I treated it to some naan bread while I was having dinner, and I was bloody stupid to expect to have more of it. So this is where I'm really grateful for this bypass tool, because had that have not happened, I could have happily sat there and ate the rest of the naan bread, which would have been a whole naan bread, and I would have carried on crunching on the poppadoms, which are deep fried. So they're not great, but they're easier to digest. So I pushed the wine aside, went and told my husband I need to go to bed, and my body just needs to lie down. Now, last night I wasn't sick because I didn't push it. I didn't force myself to eat something that didn't feel right. I truly did. So if I can sort of pass that advice on to anybody that's new, especially people like Mandy and Liz, you know, that have just had it, and Hannah, I know you'll be in the future, to just kind of say, you really have to listen to your body. It does tell you, it really does. And, you know, I avoided a dumping syndrome because I went to lay down, but it knocks you for 6. You just feel like, that's it. And I think my husband came to bed about an hour later and said, you were out for the count, Jan. Now, I wasn't ready for bed prior to that. I wasn't feeling extremely tired. Last night was almost like our weekend night, because we're heading off today, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, we're going off in Aggie. We're off to woohooooo, and my daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter are going to come and join us. Now, I just wanted to mention briefly, I know I talked a little bit yesterday about Mandy, but can I just say she looks amazing, not just amazing. I went to see her in the hospital, and I hope you're really well today, Mandy, because I haven't heard from you today. I will text you in a bit, but I went to see her yesterday, you know, the day after her surgery, and she looked like she hadn't even had anything done. And I'm not lying about that. The only way I knew she'd had surgery is because every time she laughed, she had to hold her belly. Which I was like, don't laugh anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not here to make you laugh today. So it was quite funny, but she looked so good that I just hope and pray that her recovery now is going to be that simple, and she'll just go home and everything's going to be tickety-boo. So, you know, Mandy, and take it slowly. Sip slowly. If you need warm water, take warm water. Don't try and force anything down. Remember what Dr. Amos said, just listen to your body. It talks. I tell you, it talks. Believe me. Sorry about the angle today. I didn't want to sit over there because it's bright sunshine and I knew I'd end up being really sweaty. So I've actually put you on the iPad. I've actually put you on the table, but I figured if I held it, it's going to be wobbly too much. Now, the other thing I wanted to say today, I was watching Rock and Sometimes Roll, RMY, yesterday. Love watching her catch up. She's similar bypass date to me, not that far different from what I am. And right at the end, the nicest surprise. I did not expect you to mention me and give me a shout out. So all I can say is thank you for that. And as you well know, being a YouTuber, when somebody does that, it really makes you realize why you're doing this, that people do. If people are enjoying this channel, and I kind of hope they are, but I think I've got 147 followers now, and that's, well, more than I could dream of. So I can't thank you all enough. But little things like that, Rock and Sometimes Roll, RMY, is just thank you for enjoying my channel. Thank you for following, and thank you for the shout out. It does mean an awful lot to me. So yeah, that's me today. We're all packed up in Aggie, and we are heading off to woohooooo, which is down in Devon, I believe. And geography never was my strong point. But we're having a whole weekend of it. Super excited. I've got the old man in the office doing his calls this morning. I'm going to head off and get a few bits that we need shopping, and my son is coming to look after the cat and the chickens, which is lovely. Puts my mind at rest. I'm not quite ready to put my cat and take her away yet. We need to do some small trips with her just to see how she goes. Anyway, before I waffle on anymore, I hope today, Friday, is kind to every single one of you. I hope everybody's doing really well on their journey. I possibly won't YouTube now until I get back on Monday. You never know. I might decide to do one while I'm away, but we shall see. If I don't, I hope the bank holiday weekend is kind to absolutely everybody. Stay safe, be good, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.